Why the heck not? A couple franchises that don't play each other all that much. But the real focus today, let's be honest, it's not about Matt Carpenter's return to St. Louis. It's not about the weekend in which Montgomery will pitch against the Yankees. It's all about the first place, hotter than a pistol, New York Mets, who gave Met fans a huge win last night. And let's be honest, it was awesome. Good afternoon, Evan. How are you today, kid?
Say it again, man.
It was great. At playoff atmosphere, 38,000 people. Pete Alonso doing his thing as the best player on the team offensively. Diaz with a 6-out save. I mean,
it was a tremendous.
They answered the bell.
It was a tremendous night if you're a Met fan.
I think so.
The tone was set early. I was scared, very scared. I told you about that first inning. And when Ronald Acuna hit that ball to center field, I said, here we go. Here we go. But it nestled into the glove of Brandon Nimmo. And then Cookie Carrasco pitched a 1-2-3 inning, and you hit it. Pete Alonso announced to the Atlanta Braves, I'm here.
You got to deal with me, baby.
Because he set the tone with that RBI single. Boom, the Atlanta Braves are playing from behind from the beginning. And even though they showed a lot of fight and made things interesting, the Acuna home run in the 5th, a guy on base against Edwin Diaz in the 9th inning, the New York Mets take game one. It makes me as a Met fan feel very good and comfortable.
Well, it changes the whole
this
spectrum of the series.
Yeah.
Because you were figuring, what are you going to do in the 3 games prior to the weekend when you have Scherzer and DeGrom pitching? Not that you're guaranteed to win those games. You saw the Mets lose to Washington when DeGrom pitched well his first game back, 5 innings. And they didn't get the job done. They didn't score.
They lose more times than not when Jake pitches,
but
unfortunately.
You feel better. Like this was the game you weren't sure about, to be fair, on a piece of paper, because you didn't know what Carrasco was going to give you. And the Met offense showed up. And I think right now, and I think the rhetoric about the Mets, amongst some people, not all, that, you got to worry about the Atlanta Braves because they're playing such good baseball over, a 2-month period. I think that script's got to change. I think the narrative has to start becoming universally, everyone else has to worry about the Mets. The Mets are legitimate. Not that you didn't know that going into last night. We know they're legitimate.
We just know that the Braves are a threat, and the Braves are a really good team, and the Braves haven't gone away. Kind of like that game last night.
Yeah, but I think you guys have PTSD, and I don't blame you for having it.
From the Braves?
From last year, of course,
Yes.
recent memory.
Yeah.
And just the fact that the New York Mets have not had a lot of seasons go their way. And I think right now, a lot of you guys, I don't speak for you, of course, but my sense is that it's almost like, Craig, don't pinch me. Don't pinch me.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up.
Well, the Mets have never really won a pennant race when you think about it. They've lost pennant races. They've never really won a pennant race because in 2015 they ran away. In 2006 they ran away. In 88 and 86 they ran away. In 69 they ran away by September. They haven't really had, at least I haven't as a fan, like a tooth and nail pennant race that we've won.
You may not have one this year either.
No, and that's the dream scenario.
If the series goes the way you want it to go.
Sure, if they can run away like they did in 2015, that'd be fantastic. But you are right about one thing. When I see that logo, I do get PTSD of the late 90s and even last year with Atlanta. But what the Mets have shown us through these 8 games against the Braves, and hopefully they'll continue to show us, is that this is different. That the idea of Chipper Jones hitting a 3-run home run in the 8th inning and Armando Benitez blowing a game, that's the past that we need to move on. This is a different Met team. And I think at every turn this season, they've reminded us we're different. And I think in a lot of ways, last night was another reminder, including this manager doing what I loved. It turned into a 6-out save. It didn't necessarily start that way. He used his best pitcher against the heart of the Braves order with a 2-run lead in the 8th inning. That's what I want my manager to do. And circumstances led to him pitching the 9th inning.
Yeah.
But I loved what Buck did. Buck didn't mess around. And yes, Diaz may not be available tonight, but you know what? I worry about tonight.
Yeah.
I worry about last night, and the Mets were able to get a victory right out of the gate. And
I don't know. I think right now the Mets are the story, and if you're a diehard Met fan, I think last night was perfect. Absolutely perfect. It really was. You get 6 outs from Diaz. You get a really good start from Carrasco. You get the big hits from your best offensive player. Guy should be your best offensive player. Like, it's all good, man.
And Billy Epler watches 2 of his trade acquisitions hit a combined 3 home runs last night, with Tyler Naquin going deep twice and Daniel Vogelbach, who's becoming like a cult hero at Citi Field.
And you know what the rhetoric was from last night, don't you? Vogel back-to-back. I don't know if you picked up on that one or not, but I certainly did, because Sonny kept saying it running around the house, a Vogel back-to-back. Like John Sterling would have had a field day with that.
Oh, yes, he would.
But if you're a diehard Met fan, when do you allow yourself to enjoy this run? Because I know you're impossible. You're not going to enjoy it until the rubber stamped with division title.
Hold on. I didn't enjoy a lot of last night. Like, I'll admit, when James McCann can't catch a freaking pop-up off the bat of Austin Riley, I'm pissed off. When James McCann is striking out meekly and letting wild pitches go past him, I'm getting pissed off. When Eddie Rosario hits an 0-2 pitch near his eyes for a base hit and the Braves have the leadoff man in the 9th inning, I'm not enjoying myself. And when Edwin Diaz falls behind Orlando Arcia 3-0 and he needs a break and a half of Arcia swinging, check swing 3-0 to end the game, I wasn't enjoying myself then. But when that ball nestled into the glove of Diaz, and he stepped on first base with that
all by himself,
I enjoyed myself walking out of Citi Field.
You enjoyed yourself after the game. All those little things you just pointed to.
Yes.
And we've had this conversation a million times already on the show. People know where we stand on it. I love the agita. You hate it. But you saw, and I assume you got there in time for first pitch last night.
I did.
Because you ran out of here like a bat on fire. Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Like, most Met fans enjoyed last night's game, right? Mets never relinquished the lead. You get the 6-out save, blah, 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 blah. You don't enjoy it. Well, and that's the thing to me. As big a sports fan as you are, I don't know if you've ever enjoyed a game during the game.
Be honest with me, and I know you don't have as much emotional interest in it as others.
Well, I'm emotionally void. I've been told that by many therapists.
When they're 3-0.
Craig, you have no emotions. You lack the ability to share emotions. I'm not even sure if you have any emotions.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You're emotionless.
I'm a void.
I think for many Met fans, and I know there's different parts of the night that may have caused you stress, whether it's Acuna hitting the home run to make it a game, or whether it is Diaz falling behind RC at 3-0. There were moments last night where you say, uh-oh, is that not normal? And
but saying uh-oh is okay as long as it is companioned with
Well, it was, because when he's behind
but not for you so much.
Yes, it eventually occurred that way.
I've decided, I thought about this on my drive in today, before I went and had a couple chicken marsala wings for lunch to steady myself.
Did you eat those wings like Mark Davis last night at the Raider game?
No. I did. I ate them more delicately.
Oh, okay.
I didn't use a fork and knife either.
He's an animal.
That being said, I thought about it driving in.
What?
You're miserable. You're a terrible sports fan.
Yeah, during games I am.
You are.
And my buddy
you're
actually...
no fun. I've thought about going to your house because you very graciously invited me to go over one day this year to watch a Jet game. Like on a Sunday, bring the family over, enjoy a Sunday afternoon of football. And I don't want to be a bad guy to you because I love your family. Your wife's amazing. The kids, everything are great.
I appreciate it.
You're the problem.
I am a problem.
So I just want to let you know, I decided driving in today, I'll never go to your house to watch a sporting event.
Dude,
it's not fun.
I don't blame you, because last night, and my buddy Dennis was with me, when Vogelbach grounded into the double play to end the first inning, okay? And then James McCann starts the second inning by dropping a pop-up. It's 1-0 in the second inning.
Yeah.
After the drop pop-up, I look at my friend Dennis. I said, we're going to lose this freaking game.
See, I mean, you're what?
And he looked at me and said, what?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, McCann drops a pop-up. Watch. Austin Riley is putting one up the alley. And he said, well, what if the Mets get Austin Riley out? Does that change your narrative? I'm like, I don't know. I'll let you know. And Riley hits one to Lindor. He grounds out. And I took a deep breath after that and said, okay, maybe we're going to win. But the whole game was littered with these thoughts of, uh-oh, this is where it blows up. And I think it does go back to your initial point about PTSD. I think I still sort of have it when I see the Braves.
And I get it. I respect it because you have a history of not coming through in the clutch. The Atlanta Braves won a World Series last year and caught you, in a summer run. So I get it. But I think part of you acknowledging it will be therapeutic for you and other Met fans like you that woke up today and will not allow themselves to enjoy last night.
And you know what else, though, dude? The team is trying to convince me and others you need to believe in us. They're 5-3 against the Braves. They've overcome every obstacle in their way. They've answered every call. Every time they've played a quote-unquote big game, whether it was the 4 games in L.A., they lose the first 2, they win the next 2. Whether it was the 2 games against the Yankees. Whether it was the 3-game series in Atlanta where they were banged up, remember?
Yeah.
No Jeff McNeil, no Starling Marte. Whether it was the opener last night, this team has responded every time. So maybe my heart is starting to open a little bit more.
Maybe.
Every day.
Well, if your heart's open and you're enjoying it, unlike Evan, give us a shout. If you're like Evan and you just can't bring yourself to enjoy good things or have good things, I'll take those calls too. 877-337-6666. Other things cooking today. Big announcement coming up at 5 o'clock today before we do the blame poll, courtesy of our friends at Von Rohr Equipment Corp. Also, when you do call in today, you may find that the guy that answers the phones is in a bad mood. I just want to explain that to you before you do decide to pick up the phone and call us. Tommy, our producer, was having a fine day until about 14 minutes ago when he was struck in the chest and apparently the lower left side of his jaw. He was struck by a flying object that he didn't see coming. It was a football, and a football that flew in a perfect spiral pattern from about 15 yards away and hit him dead in the upper left chest and apparently his face.
Do we know who threw said football?
We are doing an investigation to find out who the culprit is.
I would say that if it went 15 yards with a perfect spiral, I would probably be eliminated from this question.
I will acknowledge that you're out because I think you were talking to him when the spiraling football made contact with his chest and chin.
And also, I'm not known to be throwing perfect 15-yard spirals.
That eliminates 95% of the people in the building, including Spike, who was also mid-conversation with you and Tommy when the ball hit him in the chest.
Me and Spike were comparing old baseball batting stances.
Yeah, that was fun to not watch.
Yes.
Yeah, so I do want to apologize, not to Tommy, but to those of you that might call in, and instead of finding a very happy, engaging voice on the other end of the phone, he may be in a mood today because what grown man wants to be drilled in the face and chest with a football that he didn't see coming? You might ask the question, where are the reflexes?
Yeah.
Catch the ball.
I think I would have caught it.
Yes, Tommy.
Now, in golf, you would yell 4. So how come nobody yelled, look out, or heads up,
I think the person
or
that
duck?
threw it had other intentions for the ball.
What was the intentions
and then
of
when
the
ball
person?
struck you, it was too late to yell duck.
What were the other intentions?
You'd have to find the person that threw it.
No, but I'm just curious. Like, we're in a newsroom, and a football hits someone in their upper chest. It seems like that's the intended target, right? Wouldn't that be the intended target?
This is the football I'm holding right here.
Yeah.
It is deflated Brady style.
Yes.
So, to be fair, it really can't hurt you. So, it's not like he got drilled with a fully inflated Duke, which, if you get it on the end,
it would hurt.
Could actually hurt you.
Yes.
This one kind of like a balloon.
So, you're saying if he's hurt, he's being a little soft.
I think his ego is hurt. And I respect that because I'm a grown-ass man who threw a football and hit me in the face. Right?
So who did?
I don't know.
We have no idea?
There's no evidence to
I'm just
prove who did it. There's no cameras.
I'm doing some math here. So we know I didn't do it. We know Spike didn't do it.
Yeah.
And one thing we've all realized, me and you, and I think the audience should know, is no one else is here. The building has been empty.
Vincent Von Vincent's here.
Vincent Von Vincent is here.
Plus, you had a couple of the guys milling around.
Yeah, but I know.
And don't forget, I have a torn labrum and rotator cuff.
So you can't throw a ball 15 yards without a
I can.
Oh, you can?
I can,
So then you're a culprit.
I'm a culprit.
Okay.
Yep.
Rosie, I've seen throw a football, no shot. He's out. He's out.
Well, then it's just me.
So then it comes down to you and, well, Tiki was in the studio.
Tiki
so it
was
can't
in the
be
studio.
him.
Tierney was in the studio, and let's be honest, either one of them can throw a ball anyway.
Yeah, Hoffman can't throw a ball either.
Like,
and he
I
was in
probably got the
studio.
best arm in the building next to Boomer.
So it looks like
to
it was
be
you.
fair.
Unless Boomer miraculously showed
Boomer,
up during his
he's
vacation.
playing golf in Canada.
So it was you.
What happened?
So it was you.
Well, I mean, he's had a question, an interrogation, or an accusation.
And to the audience, our jury,
yeah.
a motive. Craig,
There's
not
no
a huge fan of Loogie. Not a huge fan.
I love Tommy.
Really?
Did I not get him Swedish House Mafia tickets, which you didn't properly thank me for? Yes, I did.
I see a motive in you throwing a football
to be fair, I
at
got
Tommy.
luxury suite tickets for Swedish House Mafia. I got a little verbal like yesterday, a day after the concert. Oh, by the way, thanks. Like, I didn't get any acknowledgement when he got there. Hey, I'm in. Everything's great. Thank you so much.
Yep.
It was the next day.
Nah, you got to do it day of. I agree with you, Craig. I agree. You got to send a text, bro. Come on.
Tom?
What about the thank yous prior to it? I did 2 thank yous before the event, 1 thank you after the event.
2 thank yous via what communication device?
In person. 3 total thank yous.
That's
a lot.
Sir.
The moment you
In
walk into
person.
that suite,
What?
I'm sorry,
Yes.
sir. The moment you walk into that suite, you thank the person that allowed you to
by
get
the
there.
way,
That's a must.
You don't even have to call me. A simple text, hey, my wife and I, or whoever you took, we're in the suite. It's great. Thanks.
Yeah.
And then we're good. We're straight. So I'm wondering all night, I wonder if he went to the concert. Did he go to the concert? Did the tickets work out? Is there a problem? I didn't sleep at all Wednesday
Unbelievable.
night.
Last night, I gave a guy Met Brave tickets. If you remember last week on the show, I
Yes.
gave. That guy came over to me. Thank
Yes.
you. Having a great time. A thank you. And in
Yeah.
person, thank you. You didn't even give him a virtual thank you. I love you, bro. This is an L.
By the way,
Sorry.
Brandon Tierney checked in. He said, best arm my ass. I mean, I'm your Huckleberry. I'm not saying I can throw a fastball faster than you, but no one's going to throw a football better than me, other than Boomer, of course, and he doesn't count because he played. So I'll put my torn labrum, torn rotator cuff with a legitimate football against anybody that ever walks into this building.
Now, Brandon should know it is a different.
Accuracy, length,
Yeah, we got
whatever
it.
you want.
It is a different sport, but facts are facts. I throw a baseball harder than Craig Carton. We had guys come here about 6 months ago when we were trying out Spider Tack.
Yeah.
And they measured our RPMs, they measured our velocity, and I threw harder than you. So I'm not disputing your football ability. I just want the world to know the facts. Facts need to be out there. I personally, Evan Roberts, lame athlete, throw harder than supposed best arm in the building.
I have the
Craig
best
Carton.
football arm in the building, not named Boomer.
Okay, baseball arm, I throw
I
faster
have a
than you.
torn rotator
I'm
cuff and a
just
torn
saying-
labrum.
I'm just giving the facts.
We'll get all your calls coming up, 877-337-6666. Plus, if you're going to tonight's game, you know, they're giving out those black T-shirts. They're going for a blackout tonight. I'm not sure if there's a specific inning where they're going to ask everybody to stand up or do something for the camera's sake. I'm sure they are. But I'm just wondering, are you going to wear black on your own tonight, or are you going to wait for the handout?
When they give out the free shirt Friday, I never put that
Yeah,
shirt
but
on
tonight's
until I
for a
get
different
home.
reason, though. Like when they give it, normally when they give out a shirt,
Yeah.
they assume you're going to tuck it away, take it home. They want you to wear it tonight.
But Craig, I acknowledge what you're saying.
Yeah.
But we as Met fans are used to Free Shirt Friday, which is here's a shirt.
Yeah.
Great. Have fun.
Yeah.
Now it's here's a shirt. Please
But
put
I
it on
noticed,
for
like,
us.
you're not wearing black right now.
I'm not. I have a
You
Met
have a
shirt.
blue sweatshirt and a blue T-shirt.
And I have a blue Met shirt underneath.
Yeah. So where's your team support?
Well, unfortunately, I will not be in the building tonight.
Oh, you're not going tonight.
No,
That's
I'm not
right.
going.
Tonight's for real fans. We'll get all your calls coming up in a second. Lots cooking, obviously, with the Mets getting ready for 2 in a row against the Braves and the Yankees going against the Cardinals and blowing up Tommy's chest with a football and wearing black tonight. There's a lot on the table. We have plenty of time to get to all of it. Plus a big announcement regarding the show. At 5 o'clock.
Who's gone?
At 5 o'clock, we have a big announcement regarding the show.
Did you tell Loogie yet about his
I did
dismissal?
not. I did not tell. No one knows because I'm a vault. I don't say nothing.